Only to bite others, kind of, you know, what he was saying in the beginning of the song. He's saying just because the snake and the wolf open their mouths really big like this doesn't make them the same. That's good. And what does this after?
It's always you. It's always you. It's always you.
You know, like that rappers kind of worrying about things that don't really matter, which I'm all for both, because I think that, you know, an artist is an artist, like I always say. Music is music, but you know, when the meaning has, you can see the bushfires here in Australia. But yeah, when an artist has good music, it's good music. But definitely always a little more respect when they can pull some deeper meaning out of the music, and then, you know, really distribute it. You see, he's already got 3 million views in, you know, as a German artist. It's very impressive in a week. So you have the Australia on fire. There he is, I guess, saving the world with his piano. What could he be? It's like India? Jakarta?
Sag mir deinen Namen nicht, denn wie viele tausend haben wir vergessen. Sag mir deinen Namen nicht, denn tausend haben wir vergessen. Ich seh dich heute bei mir, doch morgen nicht mehr. Mein Kopf ist vor 1000 Gesichtern, wie oft hört man es für immer, doch dann endet es für immer.
Okay, so tempo, good energy. So he's kind of like singing, I guess. He's like singing and then he goes into rapping. He's one of those guys, which I always like. This reminds me of like some like Drake, and then either also like Apache, who's like this like singing rapper type, multi-talented artist. I always can appreciate that. Okay, ich sehe dich heute bei mir, doch heute nicht, aber doch morgen nicht mit. So I see you today with me, but tomorrow no. Wie oft sagt das wird für immer? Doch wann endet für immer? So like how often do we say like yeah forever, like it's forever, and then forever ends. So somehow forever ends. Vertrauen macht den Brüder Paranoia eine Lüge. Vertrauen macht den Brüder Paranoia eine Lügner. Oh shit. Wow. Okay. So he's going right at the heart of this, like how people can be like oberflächlich and like kind of like losing the real, like what is emotions and what do words mean. Like people are saying things, you know. People say like you can trust me, it's forever, like I love you, but then they're so quick to do the opposite. Like the words don't align with actions. You're saying like the words don't always, well, the words don't follow the actions of most people. He said, ich lieb dich. Wie oft sagt ich lieb dich, aber ich lieb dich, dann die Schlampe, was nicht wert, viele auf dein Herz, man, wie oft sagt ich lieb dich, aber trampelt auf dein Herz, man, wie oft trampelt auf dein Herz. So how often does somebody say they love you, but then they run all over your heart? Man, ich lieb dich, dann die Schlampe, was nicht wert, viele kommen. How, like, and then you say you just say, "Oh, I love you," and then later you say, "Oh, that bitch wasn't worth it," or something like yeah. So like definitely asking these bigger questions of like humans today, or at least I don't know, maybe forever ago, in history, humans, how we are really confused, or we just say things we don't mean, and how those actions actually compound over a lifetime in the results of that. And seeing that he started with the bushfires in Australia and the whole thing about animals, definitely he's poking at this deeper philosophical question of you know what are the humans like, what is our purpose here on this earth, which is from his perspective it seems a little pessimistic that we are kind of we're just inherently evil. Let's see how he gets into the next verse. What did he say there? Viele kommen, zu gehen. Like a lot of us, like so many come just to leave. To zu bleiben fällt uns schwer means like, and to stay is actually the difficult thing to do. Oh shit. So he says the mirror, so the face I see in the mirror is like a stranger to me. Turn this lamp on. He says that the face I see in the mirror is like is a stranger to me, is foreign, but maybe it's just better that we just don't know each other. And he's talking about it's crazy, man. Like there's people like you, how someone can lie to themselves or just ignore, like they're not really ready to face the truth or take on the truth and confront what's like wrong with them or the bad things that they do, or really like trying to be a better person. Is heavy. Not to mention the rhythm and the melody is like also very good. So he's saying, sag es mir nicht, like sag es mir nicht, like don't even. Besser für mich, besser für dich, like it's better for you, it's better for me. So he said, damn man, he says like don't tell me your name, like it's probably just like there's so many faces that we just forget, like don't even bother telling me your name. It's probably just better for both of us because we just end up hurting each other like based off of history, we just hurt each other, so why even bother telling each other's names? It's pretty sad, honestly. So he says, Sag mir deinen Namen nicht. I can't sing like him, but Sag mir deinen Namen nicht. Like say me your name. No, not that's literal. But don't tell me your name. Sag mir, like zu sagen. It sounds like say, In English we say to say. They say sagen auf Deutsch. Sagen. Sag mir deine Namen. Namen is like your name. Nicht. Like that's the negation. Don't tell me your name. I gotta say, man, he's really winning me over. like because I don't know who this guy is really. I've heard of his name. I've seen him in other features, like featured in other songs, but like I never really like went in to see what he was all about. And just the fact that he's going into issues like this, like these deep questions about humanity is pretty is good. He's got my respect for sure. And the song is good. The song sounds good as well.
Wir sind heute Brüder, doch morgen nicht mehr. Alle tragen tausend Gesichter, wie oft sagen wir für immer, doch dann endet es für immer.
So repeat of the first part, you know.
Einer auf der Bank, das Loch im Kopf ist vieles tiefer. Die Liebe macht den Bruder, aber
yeah, it's definitely India. The first, I'll take that back. What I just said, you know, the first, not about India, but the, or maybe it's like Pakistan. Apologies to those who I've just offended, but I don't really know. And so he said in the first verse, he was talking like ich lieb dich, like how like you were by me, like you were with me today and tomorrow no, and he's using that same format, you know, that same format, but now he's putting in the Bruder, and like he's talking about money now. See, bastard, the bastard instead of the Schlampe, so the bastard, like your old brother, your ex-brother, like friend, you know.
Sag mir deinen Namen nicht. Wenn wir viele tausend haben wir vergessen. Sag mir deinen Namen nicht. Vergessen. Ich will dich nicht wissen und das ist besser für dich. Besser für mich. Besser für dich. Besser sag ich mir nicht. Sag mir nicht. Spare deine Luft, denn ich will ihn nicht kennen.
That's pretty sad, man. The kangaroo here, the message. I mean, I don't know. I tried not to look at too many of like the videos and the images from the like when the you know the Australian bushfire was really dominating the news, and you know, to a great shame, it's probably these things are still going on, you know, and still we're very concerned about the virus when in reality we probably most likely have created the virus. I don't mean like in a lab, but like in an indirect way, just like overpopulating, just over-consuming like wildlife, and then I guess this is where he's coming from, like at the expense, like we do so much out of like greed and lust, at the expense of others, whether it's your friend, it's the person you say that you love, or you know, for him personally in the video though, he hasn't directly mentioned anything about animals, but obviously, you know, that behavior that hurts other people in our lives is like, we're so worried about that, but really it's these animals, you know, are kind of falling underneath of us, and a lot of us don't really pay recognition, or we say, you know, that's really bad, and I'm including myself, like I've never donated or even gone to help out, you know, so I'm by no means standing next to him and criticizing the world and saying, you selfish humans, like, it doesn't make me better just to talk about it, you know. I mean, I've not done anything substantial to contribute myself, but it's you know, he's bringing like the emotion out of me, like to really see this issue, and I put it in a song. How he puts it in a song, it really he puts things into perspective in a strong way. Got about a minute and a half left. Let's see what else is. But yeah, man, the ashes, the reverse at like the ashes going back to, that's so sad. I heard so many videos about like the animals, you know, how many animals died in Australia. It's really, really, really sad. Spar dir deine Luft. Spar dir deine Luft. Like we say it too in English, like save your breath. Like he's saying, you know, Luft is air, or like breath, I guess, here in German. Spar dir deine Luft, like save your breath. Denn dieses Loch in meinem Brust ist zu groß, mein Freund. Like this hole in my chest is too big. Like, don't even bother. Like, you're not gonna fix this. I don't need to hear it. Denn die Werte, die du lebst, diese Werte, die du lebst, ist mir fremd, like the worth, Werte, right? Like the things that you live for is like not, I don't know this. Talking about all of these things, you know, not being loyal, being distrustful, just hurting other people for the sake of your own selfish gains. He's saying like that stuff is so foreign to me.
Eine Schlange wird kein Wolf, nur weil sie den Mond anheult.
Oh wait.
Denn eine Schlange wird kein Wolf, nur weil sie den Mond anheult. Auch dein Namen.
Oh shit. Denn
Eine Schlange wird kein Wolf, nur weil sie.
Denn eine Schlange wird kein Wolf. I do know enough about him that I follow him on Instagram. And he talks how he's like the wolf, right? He's a wolf or something. And he said, weil sie, wait.
Mein Freund, all deine Werte, die du lebst, sind mir fremd. Denn eine Schlange wird kein Wolf, nur weil sie den Mond anheult. Auch
Denn die sein Mund anheult, like he's saying, wow, that's good. Because damn. So like, you know, in a wolf anheult, anheulen, heulen an. Die Wolf heulen an Mitte der Nacht, so that means they're like, oh, you know, they open their mouths like really big, you know, to make their howl, Anheulung or Heulung. And he's saying a snake is no wolf because it does the same thing with its mouth. You know, a snake opens its mouth like really big, you know, only to bite others though, only to bite others. Kind of, you know, what he was saying in the beginning of the song. And he's saying just because the snake and the wolf open their mouths really big like this, it doesn't make them the same, because the wolf is loyal and it's a pack animal, you know, and the wolf like goes with other wolves and stays together and they help each other. But a snake is something, you know, a snake lives alone, and you see its mouth open, it usually means it's going to bite you, you know, it's going to get you. He's saying, don't confuse a snake from a wolf. Like, you know, just because these people, you know, that the one, like the behavior that he was referring to in the beginning of the song and throughout the other verses, just because they're saying, like, you know, opening their big mouths and saying, I love you, you can trust me, I'm there for you, it doesn't mean that, like, a wolf, you know, would be much loyal. When you see it opens its mouth, it's like really projecting its loyalty, so to speak. A snake is really going to close its mouth, and für immer ist beendet wegen diese Mundschlossung. Und yeah, man, that's fucking deep. That's a good line. Denn eine Schlange ist kein Wolf, weil er seinen Mund anheulen.
Meine Brust ist schon zu groß, mein Freund.
That's a good line.
All deine Werte, die du lebst, sind mir fremd. Denn eine Schlange wird kein Wolf, nur weil sie den Mond anheult. Will ihn nicht kennen.
That's good. And that's what does he say after?
Sind mir fremd. Denn eine Schlange wird kein Wolf, nur weil sie den Mond anheult.
Damn, dude. That's heavy. Wow. Yeah. So big picture, man. He's saying, like, just to talk, and you know, whatever. It's not what you say. It's not what you say that's really important. It's kind of what you do. Because just because you're opening your mouth, you know, once your mouth is open and things are coming out, you can either bite or you can howl like a wolf and show you know how loyal you are. But really, you're not a wolf until you are a wolf. Maybe I'm not explaining that well, but he's saying, you know, don't, like, save your words. You know, your words don't mean anything until you actually do something to prove it. Do what you say, not say what you do. Something, you know, there's a saying like that. Artists with real messages. No, Bones. I say artists with real messages, and then Bones MC Shots Fired comes up. That's really funny. Powerful song. Good words, good meaning, good. I mean, a full all around a 10 out of 10. That's like. I do not understand though. However, why are there 2.6 thousand dislikes? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, this is such a like a wholesome video with very good intention. I guess the only argument is saying like he's using a disaster to, because then he has like his album here and everything like to promote. He's using a disaster and like the world suffering to promote his own music. But if he's really bringing like the awareness, like I was ready to donate. You know, after I'm looking for a link to donate. I think maybe that's if he had a link in here to donate. Like I'm ready to donate money to the whole Australian thing, because I watched this from beginning to end and I felt moved because he had such he communicated his emotions very well, and I don't see it here. So maybe that's why there's a dislike. But nonetheless, I don't know. I think it's a good message. He's still putting it out there. There's 3 million people that potentially are going to be have their opinions changed, or at least if they weren't sure, they're going to feel like, you know, maybe I should be careful for what I do with this world. But yeah, nonetheless, guys, make sure you like and subscribe if you like this video. Going to be having a lot of videos in the coming future because of this whole. We're still in lockdown in America, as you know, but obviously. You know, when that is lifted, I'm still going to keep putting out videos, but now is a really good time for me. I have so much free time, so I'm just, you know, I'm trying to do videos every single day. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you guys have watched this far, definitely leave a comment, because I want to know, you know, if I'm doing a good job, and that really helps me, you know, make the next video. Just knowing that some people enjoyed this. So